Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Looks for that point. Goal for Manchester City.
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! Welcome along to the World Cup on TCHub 2026. Live as Japan face off Brazil in another round of 32 action. Yesterday we brought you the game between South Africa and Canada, where Canada got through by a very late goal in stoppage time, winning South Africa by a goal to nil in that one. And I am back on the mic again today, and I'm delighted to say I'm on the mic for this one as Brazil take on Japan. Good afternoon, Danny. Very good evening to you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. For this game today, Brazil taking on Japan. Japan, look at they're playing in the white shirts, black shorts, black socks for this game, with Brazil in their traditional colours as well, as the teams are making their way out. There's a white shirt, black shorts, and black socks for Japan. Brazil playing their traditional yellow and green shirts, blue shorts and white socks for this game today, which should be a good game today in this one. And we're about to go through the national anthems right now, but while they're going through the national anthems ahead of kick-off in what's going to be, I think, a really good match, this one, and a good matchup as well, we'll take a look at the two sides between Brazil and Japan, starting with Brazil, shall we? Who will line up with Alisson in goal, Danilo, Marquinhos the captain, Gabriel and Douglas Santos across the back in a 4-3-3 formation from Carlo Ancelotti. Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro and Lucas Paquetá in the midfield. Casemiro left Manchester United this summer. Bruno Guimaraes, the Newcastle United man, starting in midfield yet again. Lucas Paquetá, ex-West Ham, in the lineup there today as well. Ryan from Bournemouth, Manchester United's Matheus Cunha, and then Vinny Jr. of this national team in his full title of Real Madrid, leading the line for Brazil today. Amongst the bench for Brazil features Neymar, also is Gabriel Martinelli, from Liverpool man Fabinho as well. And from Man City goalkeeper Ederson is also amongst those on the bench, on with Brentford's Igor Thiago. Another Premier League fans will remember it or recognise his name today. Let's take a look then at the side picked by Amji Moriyasu of Japan. And they're lined up in a 3-4-2-1 formation. Izion Suzuki starts between the six links with a move to Aston Villa and Leeds in this summer. The back line is Takiro Tomiyasu, formerly of Arsenal, Shogo Taniguchi and Ryoko Ito across the back in the back three. Right wing back is the captain Richardson Doan, with Katsu Sano, Dachi Kamado of Crystal Palace, Keito Nakamura in the left wing back role, and then Junior Ito, Celtic's Daisen Maeda, and Ayesa Uda in the lineup today. On the bench, of some names that the Premier League fans will know about is one Ao Tanaka, who I'm surprised is on the bench today after getting the man of the match performance in his last couple of matches for Japan. And be interested to see if he comes off of the bench today and makes an appearance for Japan in this match, which could see Japan go through, but you never know. You think Brazil would go through. And Tanaka, who I just mentioned there, when he's played for Japan, they have not lost a game, so I'm a bit surprised to see that he is not involved in the matchday squad in the starting capacity today for the Japanese. Let's take a look then at the match officials, and we have got the referee today, which is from Italy, Mazzura Mariana, assisted by Daniele Bidoni and Alberto Tegone, with Switzerland's Sandro Schara and Stefan De Almeida as the official and reserve assistant referee, respectively. Italy's Marco Di Bello and Croatia's Ivan Bebic and USA's Joe Dickerson are in the VAR room for this match today. Should be a good one. And didn't pick up a knock, I'm hearing. So it's just purely based on a tactical reasoning from the manager to drop him after stellar performances in the last couple of games for Japan at this World Cup, and I'm a bit surprised to see that today, seeing him drop to the bench in this match this afternoon. 6 o'clock is the kick-off time for this game. UK time, so we're very much fast approaching the kick-off for this game today. And we are looking forward to bringing you what is going to be a really good game in prospect here this evening, as we will bring you this game today, as we look forward to what's going to be a good game today. Mauricio Marinari there from Italy, the man in the middle with the match ball, just dropped down to the ground on our monitors from our studio-based cameras that we're bringing on, as we're bringing you an off-tube official commentary for this game today. And we have got some breaking news in from the Premier League, and Harry Wilson looks like he is now a new Leeds United player. The formalities have been done, and he has signed his contract at Leeds after rejecting a number of clubs there. As we bring you this game today, so Leeds fans will be very proud with that signing, and to know that I am one very happy Leeds fan to see him come into the club, and he's a good player which for me will take Leeds to the next level in terms of in the Premier League and what Leeds United will need. And Leeds chased him for quite a while, Harry Wilson, but finally got him over the line. A bit like the Dan James saga, when they wanted him when he was at Swansea, had to wait until he went to the red side of Manchester before fetching him into the club. And now that's another Welsh man on the books at Ellen Road, along with the skipper Ethan Ampadu, who along with Joe Rodham, Carl Dorlo and Dan James all convinced Wilson was the next step for him was to be at Ellen Road. So the team's almost set for kick-off in what's going to be a good game today. The game yesterday was South Africa 0, Canada 1, which you had with myself and Dan Money yesterday. I'm on my lonesome today, so hopefully I will get some goals in this one as well. As Brazil will get us off underway very, very shortly. They'll be attacking the goal away to my right hand side in this first half. We're just about to get ready to do the countdown for kick-off, as we get ready to see this, as we into the countdown for kick-off right now. It looks like we've the numbers over on the other side of the stadium, as we get ready for the referee's whistle to blow. And we're now underway in this game. As all we're back to Alisson, who's in a purple top today, purple goalkeeper's kit, and the first ball is cleared forward there by Daichi Kamara, and it remains 0-0 between Brazil and Japan. And now Brazil will have the ball with Lucas Paquetá playing it across to Marquinhos, and then out wide to this near side for Brazil, and we're just keeping hold of possession. There is the number 13 Danilo, Marquinhos the captain too. There also is Gabriel, who missed the penalty in the penalty shootout in the Champions League for Arsenal. We'll be hoping that's behind him now as Alisson just sends this ball forward with former Liverpool goalkeeper had a good season at Anfield. Looks like he'll be leaving the club this summer as there's a man going down there for Brazil's. No foul. Well, there has been given as a foul now. And Gabriel will tear this set piece for Brazil. Tomiyasu, another former Arsenal player, I should say, a former Arsenal player in the Japanese side today. As there's looks Paquetá feeling the calf area. He's got a little knee to the back of his calf. And he landed awkwardly as well on it. Did Lucas Paquetá, the former West Ham United man. Brazil have it on this near side with the number 26 Ryan of Bournemouth. All infield towards Casemiro. Casemiro's now got the ball and he's flicked it forward, giving the ball away to Japan in the process. Bruno Guimaraes wins the ball back in the shot from Bruno Guimaraes. Takes a deflection behind for a corner and he gets the crowd. Wants the crowd to get behind his side. And that's what the Brazilian fans inside the stadium are doing. A good start from Brazil. But Japan are defending well in the opening minute or so of this game. And a shot just deflected wide of the target. There will be a Bruno Guimaraes corner from the near side as we look. The middle from the back will include Gabriel and the captain Marquinhos. Will be like of Paquetá inside the penalty area. Mateusz Cunha too. But that's a poor one and he's headed away to the near post. Well by Japan. Through the number 14 there, Junior Ito. Hiroki Ito also in the side today. And Davide Ancelotti, who's the right-hand man here of the Brazilian side. He's going to be leaving the Brazilian setup after the end of this World Cup and take charge of Lyon as a manager, leaving his dad Carlo Ancelotti has been with him the majority of his career as Davide, and the ball is sent long downfield and Japan are just trying to go on the end of this and they have done well. And what a run this is, and they can try and get a corner out of this. Guys, in my area it was the Celtic man reeling down that side, but it looks like he's won his side a corner as he from off of Marquinhos. No, it has gone behind for a goal kick to Brazil. Instead of there's Andy Moriyasu, the Japanese manager, just making some notes as Alisson sends this long downfield, looking for the run there towards Vinicius Junior. Breaks for Bruno Guimaraes. And he's gone down there, Bruno Guimaraes. And it was actually Mateusz Cunha who went down and he's looking towards the linesman here, Mateusz Cunha. Trying to get a free kick out of that one, but for me, you're never going to get that one, Mateusz, so you need to stop complaining, otherwise you're going to go into the book for dissent when there'll be needless booking. As Casemiro wins the ball back, it looks like Casemiro, he's moving on from Manchester United and the Premier League. This looks like he might be going to the MLS and into Miami. As the ball is played over the top, looking for Vinicius Junior. Good clearance there by Jan Suzuki, linked with Aston Villa in the Premier League. And this wonderful punch clear there, and he's now with Marquinhos inside the centre circle. Across there to Lucas Paquetá via Casemiro. And Casemiro gets the ball back. And Paquetá moved a bit further forward to get the ball back from him this time. But Paquetá can't keep the ball in play and keep it down the left-hand side as he tries to link up with Douglas Santos, who is pushing now up on that left-hand side. But the Japan side are doing well here early on, just pressing them back and forcing the early errors out of this Brazilian side. As there's a ball sent long from Hiroki Ito, but no one in a white shirt can get there, and he'll come back to Brazil via Casemiro to Alisson, back to Casemiro again. And now across there to Gabriel, and they also came up with a number of battles last season, did Gabriel and Casemiro, as Arsenal won the Premier League. And Manchester United finishing inside the Champions League spots after a slow start to the season under Ruben Amorim, and then the change manager. Brought in Michael Carrick, who had a change of fortunes and now got a job permanently, which some people might say It's a bit premature, but like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's caretaker spell, and he got the job permanently at Old Trafford and it went into disaster. I wonder if the same could happen under Michael Carrick, as Guimaraes plays a ball into the penalty area and it's cleared away. Now here is the number 3, Gabriel of Arsenal. Paquetá, formerly of West Ham. That's Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. just loses out, but he's won a free kick then. It looked like the goal there did Cashew Sana, but the referee said he didn't. As we just look at this again, he does get the ball, but he gets Vinny Jr. first. So a correct call from the Italian referee, Mazuro Mariani. And remains Brazil 0, Japan 0. And up to 6.5 minutes gone here. And it'd be interesting to see what happens from this set piece, whether Brazil can take the early advantage in this game and hopefully get the winner inside 90 minutes for this one today. Ball is whipped into the penalty area and there's the catches it. Yes, he catches it to the second time, John Suzuki. This Mo Suzuki is on the bench for Japan, number 17, Yuti Suzuki, and number 25, Yusuke Suzuki as well. Be interesting to see if any of those come on. We've got more than one Suzuki on the field of play. We've already got 2 Itos on the field of play. Junior is playing as one of the central attacking midfielders behind Ueda in attack, along with Daza Maeda. And the other Ito, Hiroki, is playing in the left-hand side of the back 3 for Japan today. So, but it'd be funny if the other 2 Suzukis come on and they're involved in a goal which starts with the goalkeeper Suzuki. But I'm not near that yet. I covered Argentina the other day when they had 3 Martinez's in the side and they weren't all involved in a goal. So hopefully it's all going to happen in this game for Japan today. It's Danilo though for Brazil. And he drops it back here to Marquinhos. And I will cross there to Gabriel, who will look to come forward with possession. Rolls it across there into Marquinhos. Just inside his own half. Rolls it across the centre circle there for Casemiro. And the former Manchester United man finds Gabriel into Bruno Guimaraes. So the 3 Premier League players who were Premier League players playing in the Premier League last season in Gabriel, Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes. Played a little triangle between them all there to make sure Brazil kept hold of possession. Now away with Danilo back into Bruno Guimaraes, who drops the ball back here now, and this is going to be the play this from Marquinhos, who just taking his time to play around with possession. It's Casemiro inside the centre circle, across the centre circle towards the right for Marquinhos, further wide right to the path of the number 26 there, Ryan, who cross-field pass there to the far left-hand side, and Douglas Santos, and he's been brought back here. Casemiro pings it out to Douglas Santos again. He's down on his chest and finds Gabriel. Back inside his own half to Casemiro, across the centre circle to Marquinhos, who's now just inside the Japanese half, out to Danilo by Bruno Guimaraes, who gets the ball back, does Bruno G. Some people, that's what he normally has on the back of his shirt, Bruno G on the back of his shirt. There's a ball split in behind you, and across in eye to eye there comes to Paquetá, heads away from Japan, only as far as Bruno Guimaraes, edge of the box, it hits Paquetá and goes down. Ball back towards Bruno G again from Gabriel, who now gets the ball, just Gabriel, and goes further back here now to Casemiro, across there to Marquinhos, who chips the ball in towards Vinny Jr. inside the penalty area, and Suzuki comes out excuse me, to claim possession there, and remains Brazil 0, Japan 0. 10 minutes on the clock in this game today as we bring you this match between Brazil and Japan from the World Cup, as we will be looking to see which one of these sides makes it through to the round of 32 and which one of these sides will join Canada in the round of 32. They won't play Canada though. One of these sides will go through and they'll play the winners of Ivory Coast or Norway in the round of 16. They play at 6 PM tomorrow, just Ivory Coast and Norway. So make sure you stay tuned to either your local radio stations or your local television channels to make sure you can see who goes through for the winner of this tie. As the ball is now at the centre back there, Tommy Ass, who's played it forward down the right hand side to Don, the captain. And crossfield pass here now to pick out the brilliant Nakamura. He delivers a good ball into the penalty area, just headed in away. There is Marquinhos, who's done well there. He's actually coming up out Gabriel. Paquetá gets it back to Douglas Santos, who clears it away. And there's the header forward from Taniguchi, who can keep the possession for Japan. And there's a man gone down here for Brazil. It's Vini Jr. who's gone down under the challenge there of Cashew Sano. And Sano, I'm not sure this could be a foul against Sano. He plays the ball, and then what's he supposed to do with his momentum there? He wins the ball cleanly and fairly, and then his momentum, and he's putting his foot down to try and continue to try and get the ball. And Vini Jr. puts his foot in his space. There's nothing he can do there, so that for me should not be a foul. That's an accidental there. Should not be a foul there for me. But the referee's given it, Maurizio Marinana, and he's booked Sano as well, which I'm a bit surprised at, because that for me was not a yellow card offence there for the Japanese number 24 in the end. But that's what the referee is given. And I must say, that's shocked me, that one has. And it remains Brazil 0, Japan 0 in this game. As the ball from Casemiro is played forward, Vini Jr. can't get there, and he's picked up by Doan. Back to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu back to his goalkeeper, Suzuki, who finds Taniguchi. Back it goes to Suzuki inside the Japanese goal, sends it long down through with his right boot up towards the number 18 Ueda, who can't keep possession for Japan, and Brazil will just come back at them now. And his ball played forward, and he's coming through here now. It's a shot at goal and just wide, too wide in the end. It was a shot from Mateus Cunha, and Suzuki did well to get down there and push it to the around of the post, and just wide in the end. Then it remains Brazil 0, Japan 0. Brazil taking the corner quickly. I was about to have a drink while they were taking the corner. It was played into the penalty area, crossed in and just got bounced wide there. It was Bruno Guimaraes with the effort from the penalty, just inside the penalty on the left hand side. He did a cross goal as he played in a quick corner kick there. Paquetá's pass opened up the defence. You just see the shots again from Mateus Cunha, which to force Suzuki into a save. Small save, probably going wide, or probably hitting the person going wide, but Suzuki wasn't to know that. Here comes Japan now. A wonderful bit of play. It's half on the edge of the box, it is, and a free kick goes to Japan. It's a yellow card, I think it's for Casemiro, who was the man who committed the foul there, Casemiro. And he will now go into the book here, Casemiro, and that's a yellow card for the Brazilian man, who is under a yellow card. In this game, and for me that was the correct call to book Casemiro there. Good free kick up position here as well. A chance for maybe a shooting opportunity or a cross into the penalty area. We've got Hiroko Ito along with Daichi Kamada, and I know it's Allison looking for this one as we watch this game unfold. Looks Paquetá just laying behind the wall here like as a draft excluder, as most teams like to have a draft excluder there. There's number 21 just moving away from the ball, Hiroki Ito, which will leave Daichi Kamada and the number 10 Ritsu Doan standing over this set piece here for Japan. Will it be Daichi Kamada up and over the wall towards this left corner of the goal as we look at it? He's through the wall, it deflects it, and it goes wide. That's why the draft excluder was there, but I don't think he was in the draft excluder, which was Lucas Paquetá on that occasion. And there's the Brazilian R9 Ronaldo. The real Ronaldo, as some people like to call him. I sat alongside him is Roberto Carlos as well. Two greats of Brazilian football, and one which I think they would be loved to play in this World Cup right now with this crop of players. Ball into the penalty area, flicked away. The near post by Brazilian, acted clear up towards halfway, but Japan had men back, and it's now going to come back at Brazil. Here's number 14, Junior Ito. On the overlap is Nakamura, who can't get there, and goes behind for a goal kick to Brazil. 16.5 minutes gone yet. Remains Brazil 0, Japan 0. If you're just joining us in this World Cup match today, remains Brazil 0, Japan 0. And I've got to say that Brazil have started well, but Japan have caused a few problems of their own as well. And if you're tuning in for the first time today, welcome along. Hopefully you're doing well, and it's good to have you with us for this game today, as we bring you this game this evening. As the ball is coming forward, down the line it goes, and this is a good bit of play again. Ball is played into the penalty area and played away. Out of play for a throw-in, which will do well there, and is going to be cleared away for a throw to Japan, which is going to be a long throw into the penalty area from that right side. It looks like it's going to be Tomiyasu to take it. To the edge of the penalty area it went. Well, I think it's been given as a foul throw in the end here. Or has it been given as an handball against Junior Ito? Just trying to see what the referee gave there. I do know he gave away a free kick. One of these sides. And it remains Brazil 0, Japan 0 in this World Cup encounter today. Going up towards 18 minutes played. One player each booked in this game. And that was Sano for Japan and Casemiro for Brazil. Be interested to see when I get another red card in my commentaries in this World Cup, because I've already had some in the first match. I had 3 red cards in that one, and I wonder if we'll get any more red cards in this tournament today or before the tournament ends, which I think we will do. We just don't know how many, as Marquinhos finds Gabriel, who will look to try and come forward here. Gabriel via Bruno Guimaraes to help him out, and this is a good bit of play. This wonderful bit of movement here now as Vinny Jr. turns away from his man, and it goes down. The referee gives a throw-in. Then it remains Brazil 0, Japan 0. 19 minutes on the clock if you're just tuning into us right now. It was Brazil who went closest. Japan who went close with a free kick from the edge of the penalty area. And which was deflected wide for a corner, which come to nothing in the end. And it's another warm day here today. And I've got to say we will have an hydration break very, very soon, around about the 22nd minute or just after that, which is coming up very shortly, which will be the end of the first period of the first half, where they have a 3-minute break. But can one of these sides get the nose in from before then? Here's Vinny Jr. now, trying how Brazil do that. Is this ball to the penalty, headed away by Taniguchi, but it comes back towards Paquetá, whose low cross is deflected, cleared away by Tomiyasu in the end there. Good piece of defending from the former Arsenal man, and he finds a current Arsenal man in Gabriel, who finds Casemiro. Good ball into Marquinhos inside the centre circle, inside the Japanese half, and out wide to this right hand side to Danilo. Back it goes to Marquinhos. This time he went back to him from Ryan, the Bournemouth man. And here is Casemiro. Good bit of play this. And Danilo has possession once more. Got a bit of movement here as we look to bring you this game today, as we bring you the full match this afternoon. If you're tuning in for the first time today, thank you very much for doing so. We really do appreciate it, and appreciate all the people who tune in. If you're new here, please drop us a like and subscribe, and please share it out to your friends and to your family members, as we love to bring you more commentaries like this throughout the World Cup. In this game today is Brazil 0, Japan and Bruno Guimaraes with possession. Good bit of play here, and he's gone out towards this near side, but too much on the ball, looking for Danilo. And Japan have a throw in. 1.5 minutes gone here, and very soon we will have an hydration break. And the hydration break really is not for, well, it is for player welfare, as we see a shot there of Ronaldinho and Kaká, two former Brazilian greats who were brilliant back in the day. Never got a chance to commentate on them though, which I would have loved to have done. But when they were playing, I was growing up myself, but deciding what I wanted to do as a career, and commentating was the next best thing. So I wanted to actually do what they did and play football, but then I realised I wasn't good enough to play. So the next best bet was to be involved in football capacity, is to do commentaries. And that's why you stuck with me on here this afternoon, bringing you this. Otherwise I could have been out there if I was good enough to play for England at the World Cup. But so far that's not going to be the case, and it was more of a dream than a reality. That one there is he's behind for a goal kick. He's still wanting the corner there, and I can see why. But it was a goal. It looked like a goal kick to me, but I can see why they may have thought it was a goal kick. But for me, they got that one wrong, and it's now time for the hydration break and the end of the first part of the first half as well. It remains 0-0 if you're just tuning into us today. Really good to have you with us for this game, and one that I'm looking forward to bringing you today. Should be a good match, should be a good match-up as well from these two sides today, in what's going to be a really good game to watch. And hopefully we get some goals in this, because so far after 23 minutes we have yet to have a opening in front of goal for either of these sides really, apart from that deflected free kick from Daichi Kamada for Japan. England will be playing DR Congo on Wednesday afternoon at 5 o'clock, and we can bring you that game on the channel. Stay tuned, and we'll tweet out who's actually going to do that. So we're just looking at some of the earlier play while the hydration breaks, and we're just looking at a Japanese move here, and you can see it. It's a when he won that free kick, and Casemiro lunged in there, and luckily for Casemiro, Marquinhos was there, and Gabriel was covering as well. Otherwise, that could have been a potential red for the Manchester United man. Bruno Guimaraes trying to get back, as well as Carlo Ancelotti just giving out some instructions to his players there. So too is his opposite number, Moriyasu. And the players just gathering around, even the subs of both sides are gathering around as they listen to the instructions, because the subs have got to listen to it as well in case they get an injury and have to be forced into making a change, and one of them coming off of the bench as well. So for me, it's good that the whole squad gets to do that, and I know some people who I've spoken to are not happy with the hydration break, or hydration breaks, should I say. Some people are saying that the drinks for the hydration breaks, the hot trap should be the opposite side of from where the dugouts are, so then they can't get any tactical advice on board. And for me, I think that would be a better solution if that was to be the case, or just in total don't have them Because that's another way to resolve them, if I'm being honest, by not having them at all in this game. As there's a shot of Irioke Ito with Junior Ito also in the crowd there, as we see, of the outer circle of the Japanese players. So now we're going to get back under after the hydration break with a goal kick for Japan, which will be taken by Ito. No, it wasn't Ito, it was Tenaguchi, and then ball sent forward by Suzuki. Won the header well there, and the ball is out wide there from Nakamura. And this is a good bit of play this from Japan as they look to get the ball into the penalty. And Nakamura, the left wing back, popping up on the right. Him and Dolan just switched a little bit there and called them out a little bit. There did Nakamura. And he gets a high five from his teammate Tenaguchi, who will look to try and get his head on end of this one from this set piece, as Japan are trying to cause a few problems for Brazil in this game. And remains 0-0 as the ball is in towards the headed towards goal and just headed over the top of the crossbar there as the number 18 who got his head onto it, Ayas Ueda, and he couldn't keep his head down. He was under pressure from Danilo, who came in from the right back spot to put him under bit of pressure. And I must say that it is a good start for this game from both sides. It's approaching the 30-minute mark and yet to really get the opening goal of the game, which I thought we would have, if I'm being totally honest with you. But as it stands right now, it remains 0-0 between the two sides. I thought we would have had the opening goal at least by now, or at least more shots on target than we would have had in this game. But both teams are trying to figure each other out, still a little bit, trying to work out where the openings will be for the nations to exploit. I was speaking to my producer off air, Paul James, and he believes, from looking at the side, it could be a comfortable Brazil victory today. And we're going to look to the sides. Although for me, Japan have performed well. The Netherlands are a good side and got through in the group, and Japan took a point off them, so they're no slouches or Japan. Remind you, they got through to this stage when the ball goes out of play next. As a shot comes in and into the back of the net, and Japan have scored. And it's number 24, Sano, who's got the booking, who's fed it into the bottom corner. Brazil are behind. And could one of these big nations in Brazil get out of the competition? I was about to start waxing lyrical about Japan, how they've played in the tournament, and they've just done the lead against Brazil. My oh my, what a game. Brazil are behind and Japan are in the lead. And it's the number 24, the central midfielder, Sano's got it. And Japan have taken the lead. He picks up the ball to pull him away from Brazil, and he ran forward, fell into the bottom corner, and Sano there with a fantastic finish into the bottom corner has given the visitors, or the nominated visitors in this game, the lead. And Moriyasu, you can see there what that means to him, and what happened in the tactical break. I should say the hydration break there, and which was just a tactical break. And Brazil are behind, and Japan take the lead. And Japan have defended well, and they've attacked well. And for me, they deserve this lead. Yes, I know Brazil have had a lot of possession, but Brazil have not really took any chances that have come their way, and they've not really had that many chances either. of the way Japan has defended. And this is good bit of play, and you've got to say that Japan, for me, deservedly lead in this game, and one which I am good to see there. It remains Brazil 0, Japan 1. So if the microphone levels dropped a few moments ago, but hopefully you can hear me loud and clear again now instead of a few technical issues there. Hopefully they've been resolved in this game. But Japan have scored and do lead against Brazil and are playing really well so far, defending really well, not allowing Brazil to get beyond them on a number of occasions, not allowing Vinny Jr. to get on the ball in and around the penalty area. But it's more dangerous, or inside the penalty area it's dangerous. And now Japan wants to go forward, but the referee's given a free kick there. He took a bit of time, did the referee, to think about it, the Italian referee, and he was looking there, and then he wasn't going to give it to first. Though it was who fouled his man, Douglas Santos, and that was a poor bit of play. In the end there, and it remains 1-0 to Japan coming up towards half time in this game, and you've got to say this one is a really good start to the game and been a really good match so far, and you've got to say that this game has could liven things up now with that goal. I think during the commentaries in this World Cup, we've only had one goal of straw, which was Spain against Cape Verde. You see that Sano goal again. Sano goal again, should I say. Fantastic strike, was being pulled down by Casemiro. Had he got the shot would have gone wide, he could have been given a free kick and sent off. So just about to talk about Japan's games, and Japan, they drew with Holland 2-2 in their opening match of the tournament. They then beat Tunisia by 4-0 in their second game of the tournament. Against Sweden, they drew 1 apiece. And then, so far, after 33 minutes of leading against Brazil by a goal, there's a shot from Bruno Guimaraes from the edge of the penalty area was, well, Vinny Jr., I believe he was from the edge of the penalty area, was saved. Brazil's route to this one, as we just see the effort again from Vinny Jr., and that was a tame effort. So Brazil's route to this final, and well, this round of 32 matches, I say, is 1-0 with Morocco, 3-0 against Haiti, and 3-0 against Scotland. So they scored 7, conceded 1 in their group stage matches, did Brazil, whereas Japan scored 7 and conceded 3, which is remarkable in itself. One of these sides will be playing Ivory Coast for Norway, which is played tomorrow night at 6 o'clock here on the channel. And that Vinny Jr. effort there was the first shot on target from Brazil, and you can see why from where the Japanese are defending for their lives, and they're defending well again here. Japan, as Brazil look to come forward. Vinny Jr. the edge of the penalty area, and it's cleared away by Doan. And this is a good bit of play from Japan defensively up against Brazilian. Poor ball through, looking for Vinny Jr. from Casemiro, and he's been let down again there. And the final passes from Brazil have been poor today. Danny rums his on, he says, "Come on, Japan." They've started well, Danny, in this game so far, and they've defended well, I've got to say. And it's been really, really good to see them play like this. And you've got to say that Japan have deserved their lead, but they've given the ball away now. Bruno Guimaraes into Mateus Cunha. Back to Vinny Jr., who's only had the Brazilian shot on target, which is their first shot on target in the entire match. It comes out now to Mateus Cunha. Now into Casemiro. Those two link up well they did last season for Manchester United. When I say last season, I mean the 25-26 season, as the 26-27 season will start on the 22nd of August. As here now comes the number 14 Junior Ito over on that far side. He's out of play for a throw-in to Japan again. And last time Japan won this white kit was in a warm-up match against Scotland, which they won. That was the last time they wore it there, and I believe from my research I looked into, I don't think they've lost in this white kit in the international stage. And if we can beat Brazil today, that would be a remarkable achievement for a Japan side, which people thought would go out of the tournament and not be as the fluid best as they are. And it says Japan are it's dark horses for the World Cup, and the way they're playing so far tonight, you can see why people may have tipped them as their dark horses. But Brazil will try and come forward. There's Vinny Jr. Ball back to Gabriel. We'll find Bruno Guimaraes. Back to Gabriel again. And Japan looking to get their noses in front of half time, while Brazil will look to try and get back on level terms, because the next goal in this game is going to be crucial. I think it was 1-0 going into the second half. I'm still wondering about the 60th minute. That could be when it gets a bit nervy. If Japan get another goal before half time, or very early on in the second half, it could get a bit ugly for Brazil and get out of hand as Brazil try and create things which could end up leaving bigger gaps at the back for Japan to exploit on the counter attack. Here is Gabriel though for Brazil trying to help them get a goal just before half time. And a shot from Bruno G straight down the throw there. It was actually Cunha. Takes Cunha straight down the throw there of the goalkeeper Suzuki. And that's a comfortable save. It was a weak effort from the Manchester United man. In Mateus Cunha there, and to be honest, I don't think Brazil have really done much in this game to get their noses in front. Last time these two sides met as well, which I was going to get to very shortly, Japan beat them by 3-2, and that was a fantastic performance from Japan on that occasion as well. So can history repeat itself again today? Well, at least I've not got a goalless draw today, which is good to see. Anyway, Danilo now for Brazil, who look to try and respond to that Sano goal. And remember, Sano's been booked tonight. So too is Casemiro as well. And it remains Brazil 0, Japan 1 in this game as we watch this game unfolding. There's Daza Maeda breaking away and breaking over half on that right hand side. The Celtic man who wears number 11 for Japan, and he's won his side and throwing there Daza Maeda. As Brazil look to try and get back into this game. Brazil may have to turn to one of their superstars of this year in Neymar to try and get them out of trouble. Especially if it stays like this for a little bit longer as we watch this game unfold tonight. As we bring you this game as it remains Brazil 0, Japan 1, 40th minute on the clock here. Ball is over on the far side and it'll be in towards the penalty area if we can get it in there. It's cleared away. And it remains Brazil 0, Japan 1. And there'll be a chance for a Brazil equaliser before half time move 8 as Bruno Guimaraes has possession. He will try and create that opening. Brazil 0, Japan 1. in this game here today. Ball whipped in towards the penalty area. Tsunie Suzuki, who comes out and claims possession and then rolls it away as Japan just keeps hold of possession and does really well to keep hold of the ball, make it tight and keep it tight to the back and look to cause a number of problems in this game today as the ball is played forward. Wonderful bit of play. Dazumaya gets it down towards that far side, and Japan have got a bit of space. Here's Doan, who's the captain today for Japan, with Doan. I believe from what I've seen of him for Japan and in the England game when he played in that game against the Three Lions of Wembley where England lost to Japan, Doan could be, for me, could be a perfect fit for a team in the Premier League if they are to try and sign him in, because he's a good combative wide wing back. He can get up and down, and I know there's a lot of teams play with wing backs in the Premier League nowadays in a flat back four, and maybe he could be an option for one of those Premier League sides. I think he'd be a good fit for most of the Premier League sides as well from what I've seen. And Japan win a throw-in over there, and it's a good bit of play. Casemiro went down wanting a foul, but he didn't get it. Mateus Cunha was also down on the floor as well, and neither of them got it. But Japan just making sure that they've got this lead that they've got at the moment. We'll try and take it into half time, and then we'll try and build on it in the second half and try and keep Brazil out, which will be a tough task, if I'm being brutally honest. As the ball is whipped in towards the penalty area in a way, we're throwing on that far side, as Japan will look to get a second goal before half time. They have, Paul, yes, a lot of teams have struggled against a low block in this World Cup, and that's what Japan are doing. They're playing a low block against Brazil, and they're struggling. Brazil is struggling to break them down. You saw England struggle to break down Ghana's low block, and although they got the job done against Panama, England struggled in that game to break down Panama's low block until they got the opening goal from a corner kick. And some fans started thinking about England set piece again, ole ole, like they used to sing for Arsenal last season. There's lots of Arsenal goals last season in the Premier League were scored from set pieces as well. Coming towards the final minutes of the first half, where Brazil trail by a goal to against Japan. There's Bruno Guimaraes giving the ball away, and Japan have got the ball back here now, and it's out on this near side is the number 21 out there was Ito, the defender. Ito pushed high up on this near side, the left-sided centre-back. Pushed high up here as Maeda's cut inside, which has seen Nakamura also cut inside, which gave that space for Ito to get up on this near side. The shot comes in from the far side and it's cleared away, and Brazil will try and come away with possession. And a yellow card has been given here now to the Japanese number 15, Daichi Kamada. The Crystal Palace man goes into the referee's book now. And I've got to say that was a correct call to give to the Palace man. That's the second Japanese player to go into the referee's notebook today. Only one from Brazil so far, in Casemiro. It'll be interesting to see who gets given given their marching orders. So whoever makes a real bad challenge first is opposing towards the headed towards goal. He bounces away, and he's gone behind for a goal kick here. Brazil wanting the corner, Japan wanting the goal kick, and but Japan will be the happier two sides as we are entering 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. 4 minutes to go. Along with Paquetá, challenge for that header. We saw he go behind for a goal kick in the end. Brazil 0, Japan 1 if you're just tuning into us right now. And the ball is out on the far side Nakamura on this near side now. Hachi Kamada. The one in that referee's number from Japan and the second of the 3 players in the book, all from Japan. Here is number 21, Itzo. Down the line it goes well to Nakamura. Nakamura does well, holding up against Bruno Guimaraes. Back it goes again, Dachi Kamada in field. As Japan look to bring the possession towards the end of this first half, it'll be R1 on that far side. It's Tomiyasu's pass, trying to pick out Doan, was poor, and it's just left the Japan down there and allow Brazil back into this game, which, if we can break on this, by giving them a sloppy piece of possession away. It remains Brazil 0, Japan 1 in this game, and I've got to say that Brazil in this first half, not about what anybody else who's watching the game thinks, but for me, Brazil have been very, very poor in this game. I don't know about you, Paul, but I think they've been poor in this game, Brazil, so far, and lacking quality in the final third in this game. Paul's my producer, by the way. And anybody listening, give us your thoughts on Brazil so far, because for me, they've been so poor today. As it remains Brazil 0, Japan 1 in the round of 32. It'll be interesting to see who will come out on top in the second half when we get towards as we into the final 90 seconds of the first period, where it is Brazil 0, Japan 1, thanks to Sano's goal. And he took the goal well, did Sano there. And he's very interested to see whether Brazil can get an equaliser before half time, but they can't with a pass like that, as Japan defend really, really well to get the ball away from danger. Here now comes Gabriel. Bruno G. How wide it goes here. Bruno G again from Paquetá's pass. Ball chipped in towards the far side of the penalty area where Danilo comes and claims possession. Back to Marquinhos. Good crossing towards the penalty area. Paquetá can't get there, and he's cleared away by Junior Ito up towards halfway where Gabriel collects possession. Final 30 seconds. We're into that now of the first period. It remains Japan 0, Brazil 0, Japan 1, should I say. Sano with the goal, and a well taken goal as well. And now Japan will look to try and get a second before half time, can get away, and they can't get away. Where they can't get beyond the backline of Brazil and Marquinhos there, as Lucas Paquetá is limping here for Brazil as the half-time whistle goes, and see Neymar there, and you just wonder if Neymar will be called upon, as Paquetá is limping away at the end of this first period, and Brazil are in the lead, or behind, should I say, and they've not really done much to get into this game. Japan have the lead, and a deserved lead as well. So at half time at the NRG Stadium in Houston, it is Brazil 0, Japan 1. Polestar says they haven't played badly, we've just not been able to break down the low block. They need to be more acute as Japan are reading what they are doing. And yeah, that's what I've noticed as well, Paul. And Brazil just need to learn a different way to break down a low block and try to tire them out by keeping all the ball, moving them around, tire them down, and then maybe that force openings that way. But as we leave it for half time, it is Brazil 0, Japan 1. Welcome back to TCHub's coverage of Brazil against Japan in the World Cup 2026 round of 32 match this evening, and coming towards the end of the first half in this game today. Well, we're already in the first half, wait for the second half to be on the way very shortly. And I'm just looking at the match stats, which you can see on your screen right now, and you can see there that Japan's expected goals are 0.21. Well, those are 0.28. Brazil have more possession, more shots on goal. Japan have more yellow cards than Brazil, but the one stat that does matter is the one that's at the bottom of your screen with the this is half time at the NRG Stadium, where it says Brazil 0, Japan 1. Kashui Sano on 29 minutes with a fantastic goal, and they've taken it well, and you've got to say that they have played really, really well, Japan, and they've done very well defensively as well to shut out Brazil today. And you've got to say that for me, Brazil yet to really get going in this game, and it's a game where you look at it and think, where can we really hurt Japan today? Because the low block seems to be getting the better of us today. We need to try and tire them out. And like Danny said at half time, with this Japanese side, you will not tire the Japanese out. They can run for days. And I want to give a big shout out to our good friend and one of our colleagues who's been busy with other commitments, so unable to help us on any of these commentaries. But our good friend JB, John Stuttard, who says to us right now, Japan have done well. Maybe Brazil looks silly as a substitution here, which will see the number 20 Lucas Paquetá come off, it looks like. For Brazil in this game. Lucas Paquetá is the man who's coming off at half time, and you can see him there in his flip flops, and coming on in his place is number 19 Hendrick. So Hendrick is on to replace Lucas Paquetá now in this game for Brazil, as they look to get back into this game and try and get something out of this game, as a confirmation of that change just appeared on my monitor there. So I saw it happening down below, as I thought Paquetá would have gone off because it was limping off at the end of the first period. JB did say this game's going to be out on replayed on JB Sports tomorrow for anyone who's missed it. And really big thanks to JB for doing that. He has streamed some of the others all the times. We're back underway for the start of the second half. In this game, it remains Brazil 0, Japan 1. If you just join us, we'll run you through the two sides again in a moment as we watch this second half unfold, as Brazil are going to try and start a bit quicker and a bit faster in the second period, as they look to try and get a opening goal of the second half, as a cross comes in from Vinny Jr. and claimed there well by the goalkeeper Suzuki. So running through the sides then, starting with Brazil, is Alisson in goal, Danilo, Marquinhos, the captain, Gabriel and Douglas Santos across the back, Bruno Guimaraes, the man on the yellow card, Casemiro, and Hendrick now in midfield, with Ryan, Mateus Cunha and Vinny Jr. in the line, as Japan will try and get a second early on, even the start of the second half. They've got men up in support, ball crossing towards the back post. He breaks for Doan, can't take his effort towards goal, and Brazil just managed to clear it away from danger. Running through the Japanese side in a second, as the ball's going out for a throw in now for Brazil. So Japan line up with Suzuki and goal, Tamiyasu, Taniguchi, Hiroko Ito, Doan, Sano, Kamada, both on yellow cards, incidentally. Nakamura, Junior Ito, be interesting to see when Japan decide to make their first change and in this game. As here they come again, Japan, with the number 14 junior hitter on this near side as they will look to try and come forward, but be penalised for a foul there, and Brazil will have a free kick. The referee tells the Brazilians to calm it down and stop shouting at him there, but Japan have done really, really well, and you've got to say they've shut down Brazil quite well here in this game so far. But be interested to see if we do get a goal from Brazil in the second half, and you're trying to make that happen. And now here comes Japan running up towards an over halfway. And the man gone down there is Daisen Maeda, and it's a yellow card here. Who is he? Trying to work out who was showing the yellow card. So is it Danilo? The number 13 he was picked up the yellow card. It is Danilo. Is the man who will pick up a yellow card here for Brazil. That's their second yellow card of the game, and one for the right back this time. So maybe Japan will try and target that side, their left, Brazil's right, to try and get Danilo sent off the field of play and try and make Brazil change their shape and cause a number of problems. I know that if I was the Japanese manager, I'd be telling them to go down that side or trying to get instructions onto someone is this near side when the ball's down the other end of the pitch to try or going for a goal kick, trying to get him to play down there. As the man goes down, there's another free kick here to Japan. Tomiyasu wins that free kick this time for a foul by Mateus Cunha. But Mateus Cunha there for me plays the ball and then on the fall through catches his man, and for me that's not a foul. Therefore Mateus Cunha. There is Neymar Jr. who will be hoping to come on and try and change the fortunes of his nation, Brazil. The former Paris Saint-Germain player, also played at Barcelona in Espanyol. The ball's in towards a penalty area and claimed by Jizuke, who I have heard that Villa are just behind another Premier League side in the race to sign Dion Suzuki. As the ball is down the left hand side for Japan, and Alisson just cleared it away. And you thought when you look to the stats for the goalkeepers, Alisson was a brilliant shot stopper, and you thought Japan wouldn't have had any chance of getting past the Brazilian number one, but they have found a way past him. Sano's 29th minute goal, the difference between the two sides if you're just tuning into us right now. And it remains Brazil 0, Japan 1 in this game. If you're just tuning into us today, thank you very much for doing so. Now, if anyone's new here to the commentary hub, please do us a massive favour. It only takes you a second of your time, or even 30 seconds of your time. Just press that little subscribe button down below, and please hit the like button on the screen as well. It does help us out quite a bit. And if you do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can come back next time we do live alternative opportunity remote commentaries for you, as we bring you an alternative voice to the football commentary and hopefully get you some people on board where you can listen to many more people as well. The ball is sent into the penalty area and cleared away. I'll play for a throw-in, and remains Brazil 0, Japan 1. And here now come Brazil again. He's with the number 16, Douglas Santos. Inside it goes to Casemiro. Out wide now to Vinny Jr. Good ball in field from Vinny Jr. He gets it back, does the Real Madrid man. Boston prepared to enter towards goal and saved by Suzuki, and you can see why it's wanted by Villa and And another Premier League side in the crowd, like Bruno Guimaraes, is headed pushed away by the Japanese number 1. You can see that he is playing really, really well today. We watch this ball into the penalty area again. He's headed towards goal and pushed away. And it remains Brazil 0, Japan 1 as opposed into the penalty area again from Brazil. Japan defending well, but Brazil will come back at them. Bruno Guimaraes cuts in field from the left hand side. He's got Gabriel behind him. He goes to Vinny Jr. instead. Vinny Jr. tries to take on his man Doan. Vinny Jr. low cross in. He's put towards the goal and he's just cleared away from just in front of the 6-yard box, where Brazil will look to try and come back forward now. Marquinhos to Gabriel. Gabriel has got Santos outside of him and uses the left back. Whipped into the penalty area, he's headed away. Santos trying to challenge up against Ito. Junior Tables will challenge up against him. Junior will come out on top. Vinny Junior gets it back to Marquinhos. Awatila ran inside now, and Ryan will be looking to deliver across into the penalty area. He has an header back across goal. And then, is he gone over the line? The ref is looking at his watch. He's not gone over the line. Brazil forming go over the line. He's not. And now Japan can break down the other end. Junior Ito coming forward. Crossing to the penalty area towards the back post. Brought down well. Back into the penalty area, just headed away and behind for a corner. And down the other end, Brazil got the goal. But somehow, Japan keep them out. Really a bit of play again. Headed back across goal. And what a save. What a save that is. Oh, from Tomiyasu. And in back onto Tomiyasu and bounced down and cleared away. Brazil thought he was over the line. It was an header from Casemiro. It Tomiyasu on the face. The goalkeeper Suzuki pushed it onto his shoulder and then managed to bounce down and clear it away. While Brazil managed to get it over the line, and some fantastic heroic defending there from Japan to keep their noses in the lead. Remarkable. And that, I'm not saying it's just 2 yet, but that there could be the turning point in this game, and see where this game is going to go. In my opinion, we will have to wait and see if that is going to be the case. As the ball to the penalty area, this time from Brazil. Doan is there, he can turn away and clear away. Downfield, out of play for a throw in to Brazil. Well, the ball went down near the penalty area. Well, near the penalty area, near the substitutes bench, and they took it near the penalty area, did Brazil. So they did take it from the correct position there, and the referee, Maurizio Moriarty, didn't tell him to take it from the correct position, they just let him go on with it. Ball now into the penalty area towards goal, but he's just cleared away, glanced away in the end as well. Here's Vinny Jr. to the edge of the penalty area. Gabriel heading back, crossing, and he's heading in the back post. Oh, it's Casemiro who has scored also to Manchester United, and Brazil have equalised. It's the man who's living Manchester United this summer in Casemiro, who has brought Brazil level in this contest. Fantastic header, and that's a trademark header for Casemiro at the back post. And the Gabriel cross is like what Bruno Fernandes of Portugal does for Manchester United. He just gets it here, one touch out of his feet, he whips it in, he's just onside as well. And he gets round the back and heads it home. Just Casemiro. And Brazil are level. Poor defending from Japan to allow them that much time and space. But Brazil are back in this game. And it's an header from Casemiro. And the first meaningful cross of the game from Brazil ends up with an header into the back of the net. You can see what it means to the likes of Ryan, Vinny Jr., the Brazilian fans in the crowd. And that's what it means You can see the heartbreak on the Japanese fans in the crowd. You can see the joy on the Brazilians. Now in Brazil are now back in this game and could turn this around now. I did say before half time that the next goal would be crucial, and that goal could really turn the momentum in the Brazilians' favour. And boy oh boy, Casemiro headed home well there at the back post. It remains 1-1 if you're just joining us now. Then he says Japan need this water break and the second part of the second half as well, and I will tend to agree there, unless we can get another back in front. Is he a foul on the edge of the box? Referee says no. My head looks to try and get a strike away. And now Brazil, the charging forward. Vinny Jr. gets in behind Tomiyasu. Vinny Jr. towards the penalty area. Shot a goal off of the post and cleared away. And then over the box. But Vinny Jr. so close to putting Brazil into the lead. It is Brazil 1, Japan 1. Casemiro with the equaliser on 55 minutes after Sano's opener on 29. As we just see Vinny Jr.'s shot again. Wonderful fingertip save from the goalkeeper Suzuki to tip it onto the post. Had he not got that fingertip onto it, it probably would have been 2-1 Brazil. Fantastic stop by Zion Suzuki. And now Japan will definitely need this hydration break coming up. And they need it quick, in my opinion, as well. Because Brazil are in the ascendancy now. 10th goal for Brazil for Casemiro. And now, what can Japan do here? They're trying to get him almost right inside. And it's number 18 there. Back to Doan. Doan with the ball into Ueda, who turns. Can't get a strike away there. The field for round ball. Advantage is being given to Brazil as Ellison has got the ball inside the grateful arms. Gabriel, we'll just look at this from this angle here to show that he is onside there, Casemiro, and you can clearly see he's well onside. Is the man who's looks set to join Inter Miami. And Brazil have been put under pressure of the bad line. They don't like it. And it's out of play for a throw to Brazil now, and Japan need to find another level to their game. As there is Brazilian R9, he would have enjoyed that one. Roberto Carlos to the side of him as well. They would have enjoyed that one there. The equaliser from Casemiro. Was it? Would have ball that Carlos would normally put in, or the original Ronaldo would have ended home in the back post for Brazil back in their day. But what a goal there. We're just looking, ball bounced up and just struck him on the arm. And it remains Brazil 1, Japan 1 on the hour mark. Will we see will we see the winner in 90 minutes in this game today? We've already had a goal each. We've had 2 goals in this match, 1-1. Here's the scoring if you're just joining us. Just Vinny Jr. can't get any of that ball forward, and it goes behind for a goal kick to Japan. Brazil just clapping there. Good idea. The coaching staff just clapping there. It was a good idea, just the lack of execution in the final third. We just look at this from the referee's view. Brilliant cross. And Gabriel, a brilliant header from Casemiro to level things. And Casemiro does really well there to head home. Brazil 1. Japan 1 in this game here. And what a game in prospect we've got here at the NRG Stadium in Houston. As we bring you this match, there's 61 minutes on the clock and it's 1-1. And I agree with my friend Daniel, who says Japan need the hydration break unless they get a goal there, and the count. Heavy touch there in the end as Alisson came out to claim possession. He rolls it out to Gabriel, and this is what they like to do here. They like to come forward in possession. There is Casemiro is now with Gabriel by Marquinhos from the goal scorer, Casemiro. Who's now going back with Alisson. And Alisson just taking a bit of time and then plays where to go. And he's just standing on the ball there. Why don't New Japan go and close him down? And, which they have done and almost forced him into a mistake as Casemiro's had turned it away. And he's now on this near side with Santos. Down there to Vinny Jr. Back to Santos. Back heel to Vinny Jr. again. Plays in field. Back he goes from Cunha to Bruno G. Good bit of play there. It's out wide. It goes on that far side as Brazil are charging forward down that far side towards the penalty area. Good bit of play of ball with Mateus Cunha. Is there an offside flag up there on that far side as the cross comes in from Ryan? Too near the goalkeeper, Suzuki there, and Suzuki is just see the back heel flick there from Ryan to get away from the number 21 Ito there. Hiroki Ito. I'll call the number 21 just Ito and the number 14 Junior Ito so you can differentiate which Ito I am talking about in this Japan side. And it remains Brazil 1, Japan 1. In this game, Japan yet to make a substitution in this match. Brazil made one due to an injury. We saw Hendrick come on for Lucas Paquetá. And West Ham fans just have a chance about Paquetá as the ball is played through here brilliantly by Japan. Break off for the moment as here's Ueda. Shot in, a goal saved by Alisson. And just keeps it from preventing it from going behind there. Nicely Ueda with a decent endeavour from a tight angle through the legs of Casemiro. So made Alisson see it late. But Alisson did well to get down there and pull off a fantastic save. In the end, there remains 0-0. If you're just tuning into us here this evening, Brazil 1. It remains 1-1 between Brazil and Japan as we played 64 minutes. And very shortly, we will probably go for a hydration break in around about 3 minutes' time here. And I'm wondering, during the hydration break, whether that man on the, I can see on the monitor there, well, the back of his head anyway, Vinny Nemo Jr. will come on here, and he's out with Vinny Jr. now, or Vinicius Jr. to give him his full title. Gabriel to the goal scorer Casemiro, and now finds Marquinhos. How wide he goes from Marquinhos, well there, to the number 26 Ryan. Back he goes again, as to Bruno G this time, and finds Gabriel. Now into the path of Vinny Jr. Down the line he goes for Santos. Low ball in, cleared away from the near post. And remember, just inside the penalty area on the right hand side of it, by Japan out to play for a throw in. In about a couple of minutes' time, we'll see the water break. And we are making it, and there's going to be a change here now for Brazil, which sees Gabriel Martinelli of Arsenal come on to replace Mateus Cunha of Manchester United. And there's a change here for a couple of changes here for Japan as well. Number 25, Suzuki, Dunzo Suzuki, and Nakamura and Doran's gone off for Dunzo Suzuki and Sugawara in this game, and I can see why, because you want to get more players into the box and natural defenders on there for the wing backs. Makes sense in my opinion there as we watch this game unfold now. It'll be interesting to see what happens here now as Brazil and Japan make changes there, and both sides have now made 2 changes apiece, and be interesting to see out of the substitutions which ones will make the decisive difference in the game. Brazil trying to see if one of theirs can, but the ball is cleared away over halfway and he'll come towards Allison, who's way out of his penalty area on that right hand side. Drops it infield to Marquinhos, so we'll keep possession. And remains Brazil 1, Japan 1, if you're just tuning into us here on the commentary hub. Next game on the channel will be on Wednesday. All be well on Wednesday with the England match. It will be our next live game. England on Wednesday evening at 5 o'clock with Nicholas Jones for that one. Make sure you join us there. For our next live coverage on the channel. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1 in this match here today. Japan just get the ball cleared away. And very, very soon we'll bring you the... Very, very soon I'll bring to Paul the 10th player of the match. Providing this game goes to... Providing this game stays... Brazil within 90 minutes, so what I'll do just before the end of the first period of extra time. Brazil 1, Japan 1. As we go to another hydration break at the end of the first period of the second half. Going right to the final period of the 90 minutes after this 3 minute hydration break, where after the last hydration break, Japan went and scored. Will the same happen again here, or will something different happen, or will Brazil be the ones to go and score the next goal after this hydration break? I wonder. It remains 1-1 between the two sides as we are at the hydration break here now. Be interesting to see how this game goes today. Who will come out on top? And we did touch upon the news of some Premier League players involved, as we just see the shot here of the Casemiro header cleared off the line and pushed away. Because had that gone in, and then the goal is scored from Casemiro. Because look here from the run from Casemiro, he does well to pin his centre back there to make sure he can't come and block him well to get the equaliser. We will get and score there. But some news out of the Premier League today, and earlier on this afternoon, it was confirmed by Manchester City that Enzo Maresca, who was formerly of Chelsea and Leicester, had signed a 3-year deal to become the new Manchester City boss, replacing Pep Guardiola. And we see the efforts again, which came off of the post from Vinny Jr., which saw its fingertips save from Zion Suzuki there to push it to safety. And it remains 1-1 in this game. Thank you very much for everybody who's joined us today, and for those who have said they'll be tuning in from the chat in on WhatsApp. Really good to get that on board. So if you're listening back to this on JB Sports tomorrow, we do appreciate that as well. And we appreciate bringing you this game tonight here on the commentary hub as well. And what a game we've got there. There's the Japanese boss there. And Moriarsu's looking on there. There's the hydration break nears the end now, as the players going to come back to get the game back underway after the second hydration break of the game. And it's been a good match, this one, and really enjoyed covering this one. I put myself down for this one before when the matches got confirmed, and then I stepped in the lane notice yesterday to cover the opening match of the round of 32, which I enjoyed doing as well yesterday alongside Daniel Money in this game here today. Brazil 1, Japan 1. Here's a scoreline. And it'll be interesting to see what happens here from Japan. Will they go and get the goal? They've won a free kick here, Japan. Foul on Junior Ito by Gabriel Martinez. It appears to look like. And yes, it was Gabriel Martinez. Arm into the side of the Japanese international. And it remains Brazil 1, Japan 1 in this game. Good game to have with you in this one, which will bring you to you as well, as we bring you more live games than ever before. We try and bring you as many games before we brought you quite a number of games last season in the Premier League, and we've only missed 2 full days of action or thereabouts since the World Cup has started due to other commitments from our team. And it remains Brazil 1, Japan 1. Ball into the penalty area and cleared away. And now here they come again, Brazil. Will they? Yes, with Gabriel set up. Casemiro this time finds Santos. Martinelli. Gabriel. Across to Marquinhos as Brazil look to try and get their noses in front for the first time in this game today. And Brazil have done much better in the second half, but Japan have still stood firm at times. Being impressed with how the Japanese have approached this game. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1. Vinny Jr. back to Gabriel. Cross towards the back post and header just wide. And it will be a corner kick to Brazil. They did appeal for it straight away, did Brazil? Ryan appealed for it straight away, and he come off for the head of the number 25 there, the new Suzuki. What I'm going to do, guys, to give you so you know which ones I'm on about. If he's in goal, if he's a goalkeeper, I'm going to call him by his full name, Zion Suzuki, and the outfield player just Suzuki there, unless Yurito Suzuki comes on, and then I'll call Yurito by his full name as well. But at the moment, we've only got 2 Suzukis on the pitch, luckily. But that corner came to nothing from Brazil, as Japan defended it brilliantly. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1 in this game today. And the ball is now with Gabriel. The ball out wide to Vinny Jr. Back to Gabriel again. Will he look to deliver across into the penalty area again? Gabriel, no. It goes to Marquinhos. It goes to Martinelli. We've got Vinny Jr. outside of him as Martinelli. Good ball into the penalty area, headed away. Well here now, and Japan will get men behind the ball. They've got everybody behind the ball, it looks like here, Japan. And they look like they're going to take control in possession and look to cause a number of problems as they look to come forward. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1 in the World Cup round of 32. The NRG Stadium in Houston Stadium. Brazil 1, Japan 1, and as it stands, with 75 minutes on the clock, or 75.5 minutes on the clock, looks like we could be going to extra time in this game. And I wonder if we'll get a winner in normal time or extra time. And because a friend of mine yesterday, when I was speaking about this with Dan yesterday, Daniel Money, on the channel break off from just the ball from Brazil, look at the camera outside his paw. And he, a mate of mine yesterday, said the first game of the knockout stages, South Africa would go to extra time, and I thought, you probably got that right because it was 0-0 when the late winner happened. I'm thinking he got it wrong and he meant Brazil versus Japan will go to extra time, where hopefully I've got it wrong on my occasion. But Brazil 1, Japan 1 is our latest score in our match here today. With Brazil having it on that far side with Danilo, who's on a booking, you may remember. Gabriel now with possession over halfway. Finds Vinny Jr. on this near side. As well as Vinny Jr. cuts in field, drops it to the left hand side, and Gabriel Martinelli down the line on this near side of the left to Santos. Santos delivers across into the penalty area, breaks out to Gabriel, shot in towards goal and gone wide in the end. And that's a poor effort, and he goes wide off target in the end. Then brilliant chest down from Gabriel Martinelli, and he fires it just high wide. Another tall answer. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1, as Tanaka comes onto the field of play for Japan. He will replace the number 15, which is Daichi Kamada, who's on a yellow coat. Daichi Kamada. So Al Tanaka comes on for him. And Junior Ito has gone off. Replaced by number 6, Suto Manicho has just come on there as well for Junior Ito. So Tanaka is now on the field of play. It'd be interesting to see how well he does in this game today, because he did get man of the match in the last 2 matches for Japan. So I was surprised that Tanaka started this game on the bench. In the end, so one of the Japanese players who are on a yellow card in Kamada has come off now. But he is now on the field of players, Tanaka. And when Tanaka is featured for Japan, they have never lost in a match. So I wonder if that will continue, or whether this will be the first defeat with him involved. Tanaka is wearing the number 7 shirt, and he's going on the left hand side of the defensive midfield pairing, or in the central midfield on the left hand side of that central midfield pairing alongside the goal scorer Sano for Japan. Here is Noguchi across now to Ito. Down the line, it goes well, and he's cleared away. Ito's there again. And he breaks for Casemiro. And now, that's one of these Brazilian players Tanaka have come up against last season in the Premier League, and has done well against them. So be hoping to do well against them again today. And he's won the ball back for Japan there and made sure Japan can come away with possession. They've won a throw over on that far side. And it'd be interesting to see now whether Tanaka will get a winner in this game. And yes, Tanaka is on, Danny. Excuse me. I wonder if he can get the winning goal for Japan in this game. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1. They're just running into us today here as we watch this game unfold. And if Tanaka scores, as some people normally used to sing at Ellen Road, if Tanaka scores, we're on the pitch. Well, I can't say that far. If Tanaka scores, I'll jump up out of my seat, I'll say. How about that one, Leeds fans, if you're listening? Here is Danilo now for Brazil. Thank you for that, Danny, who said Tanaka was wearing number 7 because Mitoma normally wears that, and Mitoma is his best friend. Bukayo Mitoma is injured for this tournament, so Tanaka wants to wear the number 7 shirt because his best friend, Kao Mitoma, can't feature in this. Is out of this tournament through injury, which was he got ruled out through injury towards the back in the season. Picked up an injury playing for Brighton Hove Albion, did Mitoma. Here's Vinny Jr. Does well, does Vinny Jr., but good piece of defensive work there from Sugawara. He's cleared away at the back post now, and Japan doing well there at the back, at their back post too. Defend here. It remains 1-1 as we push the final few minutes of the game, and another header clear by Japan. This time from the number 3, Noguchi, who's done well on the back there for Japan, and excuse me, defended really, really well. And he's on this near side for Brazil with Santos. To Vinny Jr. now, cross field, played out to that far side of Danilo. Danilo drops it back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos gets it out wide there. And this is covered to play again. And here is Gabriel, gets the ball out wide. Wonderful bit of play from Gabriel. Martinelli with a cross towards the back post. He bounces behind and goes out for a goal kick to Japan. Into the final 8 minutes of this game now, and Japan are still defending quite well, and it looks as though we won't get a winner inside normal time, and could end up going to extra time in this game. We just see whether we do get to extra time, Paul. Because I think Way's playing at the moment. We could go to extra time there. Sorry, mate. I'm hoping I'm wrong, Paul, but that's what I think, unless we get a winning goal from one of these sides in a moment. But wonderful challenge over there, but the referee's giving a free kick to Brazil, and a yellow card coming out here for Suzuki, who wears 25. Who's playing left wing-back role. Junuso Suzuki with a yellow card to his name, and that's the third Japanese player to go into the book today. Fouling over there. Junuso Suzuki goes into the no book here. Will we get a winning goal here from Brazil, which will break Japanese hearts, because Japan do not deserve to lose this game. They've played absolutely fantastic in this game. They deserve to go through, if anything, for me. The ball will be whipped into the penalty from Bruno Guimaraes. Will he know it'll be Ryan to deliver it? And he's headed just over the top of the crossbar from Hendrick. We took a deflection on the route there for a corner. Ryan will go across to take it. Let's look at this again. To me, it looked like he come off the Brazilian player last. No, he didn't. He come off the man just behind the Brazilian. I think it was the number 3, Taniguchi. And it remains 1-1 here. Will we see the winner here? The ball's into the penalty area, cleared away. Headed away now from the edge of the penalty area. Comes to Vinny Jr. Into the penalty area it goes from Vinny Jr. Pulls the ball back. Crossing from Bruno Guimaraes. And cleared away. He's behind here now. For a goal kick. There's a man gone down. It looks like it's Gabriel Martinelli. And it is Martinelli. I can see from his number on his shirt. Who's gone down there. He's holding his face, Gabriel Martinelli. Let's have a look here. He's challenging for the ball. Never had to challenge for it to my head. As he jumps up, moves his arm towards him, catches him slightly in the face. But for me, that's accidental. He jumps up with his arm. Doesn't know that Martinelli's there. He lent him with his elbow. He doesn't know it's there for me. And for me, you can't punish him for that there. It remains 1-1 in this game. And this has been a good match to bring you today. I think he slightly touched him, Danny, but not enough to make him go down like he'd been shot by Lee Harvey Oswald, in the words of JB John Stuttard. One of our fellow esteemed colleagues there, as here comes Sugawara. Wonderful ball through. And can Japan somehow get to win it late on here? Machino will be the play from Sugawara. There's the number 24 Senna got the opening goal. Machino back into the penalty area again. It's cleared away. But there is Tanaka to win the ball momentarily for Japan. Brazil will try and come forward now, and Martinelli trying to get in there, but wonderful piece of play from Zizon Suzuki to clear the ball out of the play for a throw-in. Throw-in's taken in his... Look like a foul throw to me, fully behind his head. But the play will continue here. As I've just sent Paul over my player of the match. Will we see a late winner in this game before we go into extra time? Here's Vinny Jr. now on this near side. Into Douglas Santos, favoring from the left to Gabriel, across to Marquinhos on the right. David wide right to Danilo. Down the line he goes to Ryan over on that far side. Ryan's pushed over there. That could be a booking there for the Japanese man. He's not booked him there. He could have been booked there, in my opinion. Suzuki, who pushed him over. And he could have seen a second yellow card there, in my opinion. Could have seen a red in this one, but the free kick is just about to go to the referee. Punch clear to the edge of the penalty area. Martinelli gets it too. Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. will line up a strike. Takes a deflection and just goes right off the target. Yukinini Sugawara, should I say, who wears number 2 for Japan. Good defensive work from him. It will be a corner then for Brazil. Surely they will, if a goal goes in now, they'll be the winner. He's crossing towards the back post. Gabriel's there, heading back up, flops falling towards goal, and that sees Brazil forced backwards. He's come back out to this left. Vinny Jr. down the line he goes. Vinny Jr. just one way, then the other. Vinny Jr. in towards the penalty area. Good piece of defending from Tanaka. Brilliant from Tanaka, but then Vinny Jr. gets it back off him, and Tanaka gives away a free kick there. Vinny Jr. wanting a booking for the Japanese midfielder. Vinny Jr. and Brazil going with the free kick quickly in towards the penalty area. Zion Suzuki claims, and bowls it out for Suzuki now. What a game this has been, and what a play this could be if Japan somehow get a winner here now. Well, Sugawara on this near side, wearing the number 2. Skips past 1. Gets a cross in towards the back post. Cleared away. Tanaka's there now. Tanaka. Wonderful bit of play from the Leeds man. Down the line he goes in towards the penalty area. Low ball in, cleared away. And it's out of play for a throw-in. Remains Brazil 1, Japan 1. There's a man gone down here for Brazil, is Casemiro, but Japan is still playing on here. But the referee has stopped playing now. With Casemiro down inside the penalty areas, we've got 6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game here. And when the player went down a few moments ago, when he claimed he got elbowed in the face, Gabriel Martinelli, Maidani says he went down like he'd been sniped by playing on, like he was sniped by somebody playing against him on a PlayStation game called or Xbox game called Call of Duty. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1 in this game. We've played a minute of those 6 added on. And I wonder whether we will see a late winner here. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1. 90 seconds of being played of the 6 that's added on. But we've not actually played that many. So it could go on a bit longer. And then maybe even a bit longer. Unless we get a winner in stoppage time. Will we see a winner in stoppage time today, that we did in our game yesterday? Or will we see the game go to extra time? There will be a substitution here for Brazil, which will see Casemiro be replaced by Fabinho. As the former Liverpool man comes on to replace the Manchester United man, who will leave Old Trafford this summer to go to Inter Miami. Casemiro. Here they come again, Japan now. Can they get a win of the ball? Can't be trapped up there by the number 18, Herrera, who's done well up front today. But Brazil, surely they can't get a winning out, can they? In the penalty area they go. Twisting one way, then the other. Tries to get a shot and he's blocked. Behind for a corner. Good piece of play by the number 3. Inaguchi, who has got the captain's armband for Japan. Now. Just noticed that. It remains 1-1 in this game. 3 of the 6 added on. We could go to about 7 or 8 minutes, I would imagine. Or that's what I would play if I was a referee, because starting from this game as the header towards goal from Fabinho is high wide and not so handsome away to my left hand side, and it remains 1-1. Casemiro there in the dugout, having been substituted because he knows he would have liked to stay on to try and help his side get through. Mike Orman says, went down like a sack of spuds, more like. Yes, Mike, probably did. You're one of your team who you support in Arsenal's Gabriel Martinelli. It remains Brazil 1, Japan 1. And could this be the first round of 32 game that goes into extra time and penalties? The next stoppage of play, I will bring you my player of the match, sponsored by Football Live. Next time we get the man of the match, or should I say player of the match, next time the ball goes out of play. It will be Gabriel with possession. Douglas Santos, back to Gabriel, and again. Right, as Julian Miller took Gabby Martinelli out of this. Well, it was him who went down that, Mike. As there is Tanaka winning the ball back there, who gives the ball away. Looked like he may have been clipped in the process. Bruno Guimaraes. Gabby Martinelli has won it for Brazil. Gabby Martinelli has won it for Brazil in stoppage time. Just as we thought we were going to go to extra time, Gabriel Martinelli has just won it for Brazil. Surely he's won it now. And Gabriel Martinelli has shot from this game for Brazil now. All breath in Japan. But I told you to leave him out of it, my guy. Brazil don't deserve this. Japan have played well. He's onside, Martinelli. Japan have played brilliant. They do not deserve to lose this. And Gabriel Martinelli looks to have won it for Japan. I mean, won it for Brazil against Japan later on. And you've got to say, it's heartbreaking for Japan. They say, well, they'll be leaving the competition now. And Brazil will be going through. And it'll be Brazil who will take on either Ivory Coast or Norway. The next game on the TCHub after this one tonight will be the England game on Wednesday. And Japan there, Tanaka, with his head down, and Brazil will take a bit of time here. There's a Maeda. It looks like he's coming off here. Is it all? Yes, Daza Maeda has gone off. Replaced by number 19, Agawa. And Brazil are making a change as well here, as they look to try and see this game out now. Danilo Santos, the number 18, comes on for Bruno Guimaraes of Newcastle United. What a game this has been today. He's had everything, but Brazil do not, and I repeat the words, do not deserve to win this game. If they do win it, is the one last twist in the tail. Headed away. There is Tanaka, ball forward, over on that far side. Japan can't equalise. Can they? Surely not. Cleared away for a throw-in. Is the throw to Brazil. Brazil players trying to run onto the pitch. Neymar didn't get on today. Brazil have got to take him right in the corner, and they are just time wasting here, Brazil. They're time wasting. He's right in the corner, and the referee's told him to go back into the corner. He's counting down here as well. Told him should have took it in the corner. Free kick to Brazil. Here, and this is our break for Japan. They do not deserve to lose this. Behave, Danny. I think he may have got a little clip to Tanaka on the back of his ankle. And he tried to clear it away. But what a game this has been. Here's Tanaka getting the ball forward. Can Japan salvage this game? Again, we've played almost 9 minutes of the which would have added 6 on. Can we get another last minute goal to send this game into extra time, I wonder? Ball is bouncing, and for me that is not a foul. That is not a foul. They have just conned the referee there, Brazil. But looking at the naked eye, Paul, watching the game, Paul, they don't deserve to lose, to my opinion. Well, the stats, the major, but watching the game, for me, they don't deserve it. In my opinion, I don't think they do, but each of their own. And there was another free kick for Brazil. Allison sends it forward. Still they go on. Japan, we're going into the 10th minute of stoppage time shortly. They've sent this long downfield. Flicked on. Ball it forward. Anywhere will do for Brazil if they want to get this away. Japan will try and keep them pending down there. They've got the ball back, Japan, but then Brazil have got it back and sent it forward. The referee takes a look at his watch. Play will go on. Will it? No, they've got to take it a bit further down from where they were trying to take it from. He's telling him to go a bit further down, but what I'm going to say here is he didn't make Brazil go further down to take it from earlier. So if he's going to do one, he's got to do both, or not do both any at all. As a full-time whistle goes, and Japan's winning the World Cup comes to an end. The full-time whistle goes in the end, and Brazil come out on top in the end by 2-1. Tanaka lost the ball in the edge of the penalty area, which saw the ball get played through to Gabriel Martinelli. And Paul, I'm just seeing now, I'm calling it as I see it. Brazil should have the corner playing near their corner flag. It takes it near the edge of their penalty area. And Japan had to go near the dugouts to take a throw in. That's what I'm getting at. He's not consistent with that. and all about consistency we like to see. A brilliant game of football in the end. Martinelli wins it late on, but Japan hard luck are done by in the game. And Max says Arsenal 2, Japan 1. Gabriel Magalhaes with the assist for the equaliser, which was scored by Casemiro. And then Martinelli scored the winner in this game. Max says good win for Arsenal that. Well, it would be, Mike, if Arsenal were actually playing in the game. But full-time scoreline on this round of 32 match at the NRG Stadium. Brazil 2, Japan 1. Our next live game will come on Wednesday when England take on DR Congo at 5 o'clock. Join Nicholas Jones for that game. But for myself, Russ Vernon, Paul James, and the rest of the commentary team, thank you very much for listening to the coverage of this one today. Thank you to Andy Rumsey, who's been with us throughout the game. Mike Oliver towards the end as well. But I do want to say, if you're new here, and I know there may be some new people here today, please hit a like, please hit to subscribe, and make sure you share it out with your friends and families. We love to grow this channel. And for myself, Russ Vernon, and the rest of the team here, we're going to leave you now with the full-time score at the NRG Stadium is finished. Brazil 2, Japan 1.